Hey there, Leo, Sun, Leo, Moon, Leo, Rising. Welcome to your reading for October 17th through the 23rd. I really wanted to bring you a message that came through this morning for you. So this is a reading for this week, and I will get to that, and I will go through the moon cycles and how they will affect this week. But first, I want to talk to you about something else. They want me to tell you that you are the phoenix. You are the phoenix that will be rising from the ashes. I know that you guys have been going through some really, really tough times, but I want you to know that they are saying that you will be the phoenix that rises from the ashes if you are willing to allow the deconstruction to happen, which would be the phoenix has to die first, right? It dies, and then it bursts into flame, and out of the heat of the death, so a very destructive, difficult death, the egg is hatched and the new phoenix rises. And so you are being encouraged to allow the deconstruction to happen in order to make space for, in your life, the reconstruction that is on its way. So next year, Venus is going to be doing a retrograde in your sign. And so 2 days after the eclipse in Scorpio, that'll be the full moon eclipse on May 5th of next year. And I know this is so far in advance, but Venus will move into Leo. And so in that energy of that eclipse energy, she moves into Leo and she stays there for 5 full months, and she doesn't exit until two or 3 days before the next eclipse that happens in Libra, Venus's sign. New moon eclipse. Both of these eclipses will be happening in south nodes. And so in the sandwich between the two south node eclipses, a full moon and a new moon, one of them happening during the sun sign of Taurus, Venus's sign, ending in Venus's other sign of Libra. Venus is hanging out in your sign. And she wants you to know she is there to help you, to let things go and then to survey. And so it's almost as though with the eclipse cycle that's starting in just a couple of weeks, you are on this journey already. And it is the releasing and the letting go, because we have a full moon in Taurus coming up. And of course, Venus will be ruling that because it happens during the sun sign season of Scorpio. She will be there. She will be there for that eclipse. And so this is the releasing and letting go. In Taurus, she is about material things and manifesting. And by material, I don't just mean money. I mean things that you manifest and create for yourself here. Things that you grow, things that you eat, things that you actually physically have, your home, whatever. Just your life, right? The physical attributes of your life. But in Libra, which is where she is right now, she will be Cassini with the sun, which means she will be exactly conjuncted to the sun 3 days before the eclipse in Scorpio, the new moon eclipse. And so she is working so hard with you guys right now. And so in this energy, she is encouraging you to allow the deconstruction to happen, and then the period of looking at the lay of the land, what's worth salvaging and what's worth not having. And they showed me the energy, they showed me the image of the Bionic Man. And I don't know if you were a child of the 70s, you know what I was talking about, but there's this military guy and he was on this operation and he got blown to bits, and so they saved, like he got a bionic eye out of it and legs so he could run faster in his arms. And the tagline was, "We will build him bigger, better, stronger, faster," something like that. That's what they're telling me they're doing for you. And so if they would have saved his legs, he would have been permanently limping along, but instead they removed his legs and gave him bionic legs. The same with his arms. His arms would have never worked as well if they had tried to save them, and instead they gave him brand new, reconstructed, new construction that's bigger and better and stronger. And so you are the phoenix. You are the phoenix that is rising from the ashes, better and stronger, if you are willing, and only if you're willing, to release and let go of the things that no longer serve you. And this is for the whole next 12 months. And because that eclipse that'll be happening in in Libra, as she finishes that cycle, that eclipse is in air, and air feeds fire, and it's a new moon, and it will launch you into a whole new cycle. So as tough as things are, they're about to get a lot better. I mean, a lot better if you are willing to release and let go. All right, let's get into this week's reading. So, lots of cat energy showing up here. Not even surprised at all. All right, so this week there's a very competitive energy that comes in everywhere. Mercury is going to clear its shadow on Monday, and things start picking up speed. There's a lot of competition about who's the boss, who's in charge. But the more you look around and you find out who will work with you, that you find your team and you co-collaborate with others, the better opportunity you have to be very successful and come out on the other side of this week when Venus and the Sun move into Scorpio. And Saturn's going to move station direct also on that same day. So it's a very busy week. Lots happening. Things are getting faster, but you are being asked to touch base with your sacred knowing and knowledge and be aware and trust your intuition. You have the card of the High Priestess for your overall energy. It's intuition and sacred knowledge. I do want to invite you. I did a collective reading. It will be out Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. if you want to join me. It is a premiere, which means I'll be live in the chat with you. So I'm sorry about this lighting here. I just literally got out of the shower. I recorded your video last week, and for some reason I didn't have it when I went to edit it. So you're the only reading I'm doing today, which is probably why the messages are so powerful. So the key to this situation this week, the overall energy is, are you willing to, it's the lynx, the cat, right? With the big furry antenna ears. Are you willing to pay attention to what is going on around you, pulling in the messages and listening to them and being observant? He's just laying there observing everything. And the key to the situation, they sent you 2 cards. So you have the 10 of feathers, the 10 of swords. It is the release. It is the letting things go. How much are you willing to let go of things? And then with that comes the Queen of Crystals or the Queen of Pentacles energy. And she is really like the little minor empress to me. Queen of Pentacles, though, that's Venus. So here we have the 10 of feathers in here. It's a snake. It's recovery and transformation. Are you willing to release? This is the key. Remember, this is the key. This is how you win, not just this week, but I think you set yourself on the right path for success over the course of the next year. So, are you willing to shed your skin, let something go, be done and over with it? Oh, sorry. That was so totally came from the Minnow Pond. You should check out his readings. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles, comfort and prosperity. The hedgehog. Very grounded, very sweet energy, nurturing, self-care, take care of yourself. The key to the situation is stay grounded, stay focused on meeting your basic needs, keeping yourself comfortable and safe and nurturing. Start with yourself, and then, of course, the responsibilities that you have around you, the immediate responsibilities. This is an energy that feels very much like being open and receptive to receiving what you need as you go through this process of letting things go. The challenge has been, Leo, you like to get out there. You want to be on the move and doing things, but you've had to really pull your energy in and hermit and contemplate and develop the wisdom that's coming in. And you're like, I am so tired of sitting still. I want to get moving, right? But we have the koala bear here, the hermit, contemplation and wisdom in the arena of what is holding you back. What is the obstacle to overcome? We have the Six of Cups energy here in the area that you've been trying to receive knowledge and information. It's the Six of Shells. It is a couple. It's 2 otters. It says sentiment and joy. It almost feels as though maybe being in the hermit stage and you're like, but I want to know where I fit in. Where do I find that companionship? Where do I find that joy? Because you're so social, right? You're so social, and being in that quiet space is really hard sometimes. You guys, you have 2 aces in this reading coming up. The new beginning's on the horizon. The struggle has been, the thing that's been draining your energy is that you've been trying to be fully Leo. The King of Acorns, the King of Wands, is in the area of what's draining your energy when you've been being asked to pull things in. So we have a new moon eclipse coming up next week. Your energy should be naturally pulling in for a new moon. Go ahead and allow that to happen. Allow your energy to be pulled in. Do the nesting, do the nurturing, do the things that make you feel good. Protect your boundaries. We have the 7 of Acorns or the 7 of Wands here in the action to take. Determination and stamina, very much your energy. Protect your boundaries, protect your space. You are so close to being able to see what the next steps are, but first you need to take care of yourself. You really need to take care of yourself. So here we have this King of Acorns. It's a horse that's rearing up. It says optimism and innovation, and it's like I want to feel like me again. But first the quiet. So that you can see what's going on, right? This high priestess, she is just sitting there in the dark. You don't have all the information. You can't see everything yet. You can't. But you can feel it coming in. You can get the messages. You can allow that to come and soak in and allow something to complete, to shed, to move forward, to transform your life. This next year is so transformative. There are a few signs that are going to be really transforming their lives. You are one of them. Aries and, it's a big year of transformation. It's going to be, there's going to be a lot of energy around that next year. So just to prepare for that. So in the area of resources, finances, time, energy, anything of abundance that you're trying to create, you have the Ace of Shells. Happiness and abundance. Happiness and abundance. This is where you're focusing, right? So how do you transform this situation? By focusing on the 10 of Shells. It's a pelican. It's really hard to see. I'm sorry about the light. Again, I think I've lost track of what I was going to say. It's really early in the morning, and so I don't have the lighting I would have liked, but I have to work with spirit here. So, blessings and well-being. Focusing on your personal sense of joy and happiness. What does that mean to you? I think identifying what it is that you're seeking will help you to get there. So this week, go ahead and do that, right? So how do you manage this week? You create your safe, healthy boundaries. You think about really, what does joy and happiness mean to you? What is of value to you? And if you can really focus on that, you have a new opportunity heading your way. So this is a turtle, but what they're showing me is, like in Hawaii when the turtles come out of their shells and they are all trying to beat their way down as fast as they can before the birds get them. Excuse me. Wow, do you guys lose your voice? Wow, that was bad. Have you lost your voice? And by that I mean your truth. Because in the heart space we have the Ace of Feathers, the Ace of Swords. Your truth, what's real and true for you. But they're showing me these little turtles trying to get to the ocean. That's you. You're not comfortable where you are, right? The turtles are meant to be in the water, not on land. They have flippers for swimming, not for making their way across the beach. So, like a turtle out of water, that's probably how you're feeling, but heading toward the water. And there's a lot of clarity that's going to come through the heart space if you listen, if you take the time to give yourself the space to really listen to what's coming through. And it's a need for you this week to really pull your energy in. Because it is like a seed, right? It contains all of the energy of the oak tree inside of that tiny little acorn, right? There is enough energy in there to create that massive tree. But first, it needs time to be developed. It's going to have to put out its roots. It's going to have to be fed and watered before it makes its way up through the dirt. Again, they're showing me the pushing through energy. So here we have the 9 of acorns, the 9 of wands, power and perseverance, but it's another cat. This one's the Black Panther. This is very much the energy of the High Priestess to me, sitting there in the darkness, observing, working in the darkness, seeing into the darkness, seeing things that others do not see. And this is a time for you to really get to know who you are, what is of value to you. You have aces that come after the 10s. We have 10s and then aces. You are being in these 2 9s that are in the area of where you're at right now. So allowing the energy, allowing yourself to complete a cycle, allowing that to happen will move you forward. So at the beginning of the week, we have that moon in Cancer. And that is very much a listening and paying attention to your dreams. That moon is going to be trining Neptune. And so there's this energy of also very competitive energy because it's opposing Pluto and squaring off with the sun. And so all this energy focusing on what is of value to you will be very important. So while that moon on Monday is hanging out there and Mercury has finally cleared its shadow, it says, do not be misled. Whenever fear speaks, it's always wrong. Unless you're being chased by wildebeest, and then, Okay, when love speaks, it's always right. So again, you're being asked to really go into your heart space and what does your heart really want? And so when everybody is like pulling and tugging at you and demanding your time and your energy, I really, really can't encourage you enough to say, wait, is this something I want to do or is this something I feel like I have to do? And if it's something that brings you joy and happiness, that's the right answer. And that moon's going to move into your sign, Leo, Tuesday morning, 12:45 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the U.S. So, and on that day, Venus is going to trine with Mars, and so there's this negotiation and this teamwork energy and this power energy. But on Thursday, there's this competitive, who's the boss energy, and so making sure that you're negotiating your way through in a way that really works for you on Tuesday and Wednesday while the moon is in your sign and into Thursday morning. So here you have the cherry dragon and the corn dragon, and it's Grace and it's friends. And so it's figuring out who's on your team, who's on your side, and the grace is having grace for yourself and having grace for others. This is the allowing of everybody's opinion and everybody's desires, recognizing it, and how can we find a way to negotiate in a very calm and peaceful way to get to the center here, where we all come out as winners, right? And then that moon when it moves into Virgo on Thursday afternoon and Friday and into Saturday. That is, the moon in Virgo always wants to get things organized, but because of its trining with Uranus, there's this sudden downloads and insights. And so you have the deep knowing, the High Priestess. I think that's when you really get a good view of what is happening for you this week. Before I forget, I want to remind you that I'm on Facebook every day, and I cover the energies more. So if you'd like to check that out, but look, you have the loyal heart. I think the deep inner knowing comes in about what it is that you really want, the Six of Cups energy. You have a lot of heart energy up in your head. You're really thinking about relationships. But it is important that you really get in touch with your heart space yourself and that you get the clarity, this Ace of Feathers, this knowingness. What really rings true for you. Your truth this week. The throat chakra. Your truth this week. That's what matters. That's what really, really matters. And that moon gets into Libra in the evening on Saturday. So really it's Sunday. And so the energy around Sunday when we have the sun and Venus and moving and changing signs, and we've got Saturn stationing direct in an air sign, still in trine energy with the Venus and the sun moving. Well, I think it's at 18, so not in trine. But I'm feeling it. It feels so strong around structures. That opposes your sign. That's why I'm feeling it. It's a stabilizing. It's been deconstructing as it's been moving backwards, but now it's getting ready to stabilize and move things forward. It opposes your sign, which means that you feel the energy of it as the energy you need to hold your ground against, to fight against, to create the structures and the boundaries that work for you. It's antagonistic in a way that can be creative and drive you forward. So you have here, wow, okay, we're going to start with this one. Welcome to Divine Masculine. Welcome back your power. Welcome back the opportunity to step into your power. There's an eclipse coming up next week. It really starts this journey for you of reconstructing, and this is asking you to get ready to take action. Not yet. Soon, Tuesday. So there's this energy this week. Pull your energy in like a seed. Nurture it, care for it, give it what it needs, strengthen yourself, know what it is you want, gain the clarity. And the clarity should be around what brings you the joy and the happiness, right? Up here in the heart, in the thought process, we have all of these cups cards. And you have here prosperity sisters are happiness and joy. This one says sentiment and joy. This one says happiness and abundance. So happiness and joy right here. Right here. Knowing what you want will make all the difference. You will be the phoenix that rises from the ashes. This week it's about getting clear. Being very clear on what means joy and happiness to you. And being willing to let everything else just fade away. Fall away. It's going to do it naturally. If you cling, you're fighting the flow of energy. So let it go away. Because what's around the corner, that looks magnificent. Leo, you got a big year ahead of you. It kicks off this week in a major way. It really does. So, have a great week. I hope to see you on Sunday in the live chat. If not, you guys take really good care. And again, I'm on Facebook every day. I'll talk to you very soon.